Hello, welcome back. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
This is Shadowrun Hong Kong.
This
There
is
are no holidays in the cyberpunk reality.
the free enterprise zone. Yeah, holidays are not very free, I suppose. Well, they're free, but they're not free market. Danny Flash is incredibly free. He's sinless. He's a man without obligations or legal
I think
identity.
he's currently in a combat kilt.
Yeah, he's an elf without obligations and a combat kilt. This is some kind of wizard ninja uniform.
Yeah.
And we're planning to use it to go and track down a serial killer,
Yes.
I believe is what
We
we're
are
going to do.
doing the Wampoa mission.
We are. Last we spoke, we sold all our P data and stuff, didn't we? Or at least, yeah. So last we spoke, we talked to a bunch of people, caught up with everyone. Most recently, reliable Matthew, who is probably not actually very reliable. Bought things.
Well, it's his brand.
Yeah. We did the aftermath of that Ares mission, the complicated one. Yes. Speaking of the Ares mission, at the end of the last mission, we made a mistake and spent 4 karma points on spellcasting 4, which was not actually useful because it turns out the way that spell slots work is that if you have more than one spell attribute, they each give you the same set of spell slots. So I redid that bit of the game to unspend that karma point. And we have 4 available for some future purpose. It's not going there. I don't know where it is going.
Given the way that the spell escalation works, we can't actually spend it right now.
No, we can't. I think you're right. Okay, so that karma is just floating to be used in the future. So we're ready to head out on a mission because the last one went fairly well. We don't need to buy new medkits or anything. The question is, who is going to meet the Wampoa?
So Zero Bell has to come because these are kind of her people, right?
Yeah, she's a nerd. They're nerds. She actually knows some of them. Surely there will be, for example, unique dialogue.
They're also computer nerds, so we kind of should bring Ractor.
I don't know. Ractor's not... I mean, he likes robots, so it's not necessarily the same thing in Shadowrun. I'm not objecting...
What was that person's name? No, what was that person's name? Like, No, not Brent.
Killuminati Alabrand.
This person.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's a really good name.
What the fuck?
If we ever hired people, which we don't, I would be seriously tempted to grab
We
that
don't,
guy.
but...
Killuminati Alabrad. Okay. Cool. Okay. Gobbet's always useful.
Anyway. Yes.
Raptors is just good all round. Duncan's family.
See, here's the thing. Maybe this is the mission we don't bring Gobbet on.
Ooh. Mm-hmm.
Because...
Yeah, I mean, she's not a computer nerd. Although, that said,
Yeah.
the person hunting down the Wampoa, the serial killer, may well be some kind of spirit user, in which case we'll feel very stupid to not have Gobbet there.
That's true. But I do kind of want to find an excuse to bring Duncan on something.
Yeah, this is like... That's right. Right now we don't have... We're probably not going to use him all that often. But on this mission, it probably doesn't matter. He can shoot a gun, right? That's good enough. And we don't know what else we'll need. Yeah, let's one last time, for old time's sake, a gun show can join the party.
Now, it could just be the default party. We could put Gobbet in here as the third member.
We could.
I think it's a problem. I don't actually think I've ever seen Ractor on this mission, so I have no idea what he'd do, besides have a murder bot.
No. If we do bring Gobbet, this would be a pretty low damage party, I think. I'm tempted to go with Ractor, actually. Just to hurt things more.
Danny Flash is becoming higher damage.
Yes, he is.
Like, he has gotten to that level. Mm-hmm. Like, if we were doing this 3 or 4 missions, like if this was our first mission, I'd want to bring Ractor, which we couldn't do because of how the missions work. But, I think this is a much better party to actually have the default party on than it would have been if we just did this, out of the box.
Yeah, it probably doesn't matter too much.
No.
Yeah, ultimately, I don't have particularly strong opinions here, so...
I would say Ractor, though, because I haven't seen it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, alright. Yeah, alright. This will probably be the only time we don't bring Gobbet, because she's cool. Like,
Yes.
probably I'd be more likely to drop Isabel than Gobbet usually, but yeah, let's do this for once. Okay. Let's see how Team No Magic can do, basically. Danny Fletch is now the actual wizard representative on the team, and he's just lost a point of spellcasting.
Yeah.
We're about to travel to Wampoa Garden. So we're basically going to visit the tech guys, the Hacker Collective, who don't care about all this awakened magic stuff. And
they've got a secondary internet. Like, they've got a matrix. It's called a matrix.
Yeah. An othernet.
Like they're the offline people who aren't really offline.
They've also got some really old memes. Maximum Law was quoting stuff that by rights he should not know, and it wasn't very good in the first place.
Maybe they just find him really annoying too.
That could be why he's not actually living with them. Something stalks these streets, hiding just out of sight. It stalks the Wampoan elders. Interesting that it's going after the actual kind of big hackers, the Council of Daves or whoever. Okay.
The streets smell of ozone and fear, which is...
So, gear, giving some of it out.
Yes.
What do we have? We've only got like one actual usable item here, so we'll hand that to... It doesn't matter. I think
put it on Duncan.
The thing is, Duncan's already got grenades. I was thinking of giving it to Isabel because she sometimes doesn't have anything else to do in combat.
Alright, yeah, fair. The outfits. Does Duncan need a outfit that is better than his thing?
Possibly. Outfits. Okay, Duncan's got... Oh, armored vest. He's upgraded to armor 5. Raptor's only armor 4, as same with Isabel. We have no spear armor that's better than 3, so yeah, they'll keep their own stuff. What is this? Basic Blaster 1.0. Is this a decking spell?
That's the naming scheme of something for the decker.
Yeah, I can't actually give it to Isabel though. Items. It's gear rather than items or spells. Isabel's
very odd. Yeah, it's alright.
I guess you can't use it. Yeah, well, it's probably something we picked up somewhere and cannot actually use. Okay, so the only thing to consider handing out then is Danny's spells, and he's going full key mode at the moment.
Yep.
We're imitating a wizard less. We're doing punch spell focusing for now.
I appreciate that we have a lot of med kits for this.
Yes, we will possibly need them. You never know. All right.
I think at some point we should buy Duncan a shotgun.
What? So what is this that I've just given?
Let's just put it in there. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, all right. We'll find out. The game has autosaved, so the worst that can happen is somewhat limited. Right, we're in Wampoa Garden. It looks very much like the rest of Hong Kong. Slick with rain, glittering under the neon glow of myriad signs and holographic displays. Smell of grilling meat. Cool. Isabel. See, I notice she feels this way about basically everywhere outside of her bedroom and her computer.
Yeah, I'm not sure she's wrong.
No, about any of those places. It's true. It's just funny that, every experience she's had with going outside has been a genuinely bad one. And fair enough.
Alright, I don't know the word Saudade.
No, neither does Danny Flash, but you know what? I bet Isabel doesn't.
She does, alright.
Okay, well, we'll never know then.
Alright, well, no, we will, because I'm going to Google this for our viewers.
You can look up Saudade. I'll listen to how Wampoa Garden seemed better than the walled city, at least, as Isabel says. Yeah.
Saudade is how it's pronounced, a feeling of longing, melancholy, or nostalgia that is supposedly characteristic of the Portuguese or Brazilian temperament.
Well, certainly not.
Wrong part of the world.
Yeah. I mean, there were some treaty ports, weren't there? Like, just a little bit west of Hong Kong, there was a Portuguese... Was that Macau? Anyway, yeah.
That...
Too far west.
I don't want to say yes, but it sounds mostly correct. The Portuguese were everywhere until they weren't.
Mm-hmm. Ractor is not interested in this conversation. Mall shaped like a boat. Okay, so it's not a former boat or anything like the one we live in. It just looks like a boat. Cool.
Right. It's right there. That is part of it, I believe.
Oh, everyone's got cool umbrellas.
The back deck.
The Wampoa. Everyone's chatting about someone being cut up. That's a bit alarming.
I appreciate how walkable all these spaces are. No cars.
Yeah. I wonder whether maybe the collapse and whatever happened that transformed Hong Kong into the free enterprise zone and so on didn't leave the automobile industry in a great state. Even more groups of umbrellaed people. You know, this kind of suited business person aesthetic is not really what I expected of the hackers. The humans, says the graffiti on the wall.
Yeah.
Well, it's something the humans, but we can't see the first bit. Wandering around, holding down the Alt button. Is the left Alt, isn't it? That's you.
I believe it's supposed to be, yeah. But it does feel like it should have popped something.
Yeah, a lot of things to click on around here. It's fine.
Maybe it's Tab? Are you sure it isn't Tab?
No,
it's either
I'm
Alt or
not
Tab.
sure. Yeah, we're back here after Christmas and the New Year, notionally at least, and not having.
It
not
should
actually
have popped
the
the objective marker, right? So
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
pops the objective marker is.
Right, I'll head back there.
Oh, it just.
Yeah, it is in fact
shows
left
up.
Alt. Yep.
Alright, cool.
Okay, so there's just not a lot else to do around here. Well, this is where we want to go anyway. Escalators. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this looks familiar.
This is indeed a mall. Even the what are these things called? Rotundas with
Kiosks.
Kiosk. Wait, is that really what kiosk? It's a the things with a bunch of notes and posters and things on them. I used to have a bunch of them at my university. I don't know. There is a special word for them, but I don't remember what it is. Anyway, those things are also wearing umbrellas. A drone.
Arcade.
A hologram. Cyberware everywhere. These may be representatives of the Wampoa.
Elder De. Ing, I think is how that's said, right?
Mm-hmm. This is indeed An orc woman festooned with small circuits, tiny trid screens, and speakers. It's actually probably quite inconvenient to talk to her. But she's welcoming. Well, I suppose these people are hoping we will literally protect them from a mad killer. Might as well try.
So many visors.
Mm-hmm. A monster here hunting them, says Elder Tang. I wonder, we don't actually know what is trying to kill them. It might not be a serial killer in the sense that, what's her name portrayed it as. I actually forgot the name of the woman I'm so afraid of.
Kindly Cheng.
Ah, yes, Kindly Cheng, who isn't. Elder Ip crosses his solid chrome arms. Ooh, he recognizes Izirobel.
The previous Elder claimed they were being eliminated one by one, which seems sort of hysterical. Like, maybe he'd take you out in groups if he could. He or she.
Maybe the monster isn't actually very dangerous, except to just, computer nerds standing around on their own. That would be nice. Ip is not being a total shithead here. And Izirobel seems to be warily respectful also.
So he taught her handgun training.
He didn't do a very good job.
Well, he did better than whoever taught her grenade launching.
No, she's great at that. It's an entertainment industry practice. Oh, Elder Yatunde has been killed. Elder Gan, Elder Nakamura, various people who I didn't get to meet. I did. Okay. Cripes. Okay.
The Elder pronounced the 0.
I don't quite understand why people who have a bunch of infrastructure, run this neighborhood, have weapons and so on, hang out in groups and have, killer robots, etc., haven't been able to somehow do something themselves about whatever's hunting them.
Well, I assume they now all stand together in the same hallway because there's only 3 of them instead of 7.
That could be it, yes. Perhaps they've only recently realized how serious it is. Or perhaps this actually is a very serious threat and we're fucked. Eviscerated. Okay. So whatever is going after the Wampoa rips their heads off.
I mean, these people are probably always, like, in the Matrix, right? Like, they're just hanging out in chat rooms.
Yeah,
like,
and that would be such a rude awakening. Like, you're jacked
Yeah.
into online, doom scrolling all night, and then something rips your head off and you wake up without a head.
So this probably is good serial killers. They're just, like, like, the people are just sitting there in VR units, and this person's just sneaking in. Like a fucker.
And, as anybody might, tears their head off their neck. I think it's still that unusual
very
aspect
normal.
to it.
Yeah, no, yeah, they are going for the drama of the thing.
Why we're being forced to ask the question? Why didn't you call the police? Why the hell? Would
It feels like that. That feels like trolling. It feels like that's trolling.
That is a total Danny Flash thing to say. Thankfully, the Hong Kong police force isn't welcome here. Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, no shit.
Okay.
Have you made any enemies lately?
I mean, I'll ask about them instead. Nope. Now Isabel's being rude. Keep the Wampoa and his residents safe. I can respect that. I don't, but I can. Invoker of Sprites. Okay.
2D. 2D logic.
Machine shamanism. That's an actual thing, right? That's like a kind of magic
Yes.
you can have. Actually seems quite useful. Huh.
I believe the problem that is actually going on here is that Isabel does not respect magic.
No.
And the Wampoans are fusing technology and magic.
Yeah, and we didn't bring Gobbet, and it turns out they actually do have shamans, but that's fine. Gobbet's form of magic is different, somewhat less ordered. Okay.
Yep. Pulling the
She also doesn't respect riggers.
Jesus Christ, Isabel.
She's just a misanthrope, basically. Doesn't really like people in general, basically. He calls him. On the other hand, this elf calls himself the first and glorious servo.
Well, is he wrong?
Yes, he is wrong. I'm actually with Isabel on that. Like, come on. Ractor is being sarcastic, I think.
No, I don't think he is. I think he's actually kind of interested in this.
Well, fair enough. And the resplendent voltage.
I would have been with you on him being sarcastic if he hadn't committed to like coming back here after this was done to talk to the guy.
Yeah, I mean, look, these people are dorks. We've met Law, obviously, and it turns out that he's a creature of his tribe. But that doesn't mean they need to get their heads ripped off by some kind of monster. We can still try and deal with that.
Well, maybe they suck ass. I actually forget how this quest ends. Maybe they've done something horrible. Maybe someone's killing them in justified revenge.
Maybe. I guess I will leave my mind open on this point for now. There aren't a lot of reasons to rip someone's head off, but you never know.
That said, whoever it is got 4 of 7. So, if we stop them now, they still got a majority.
Yeah, so
that's
they
a
have
moral
a point,
victory.
they've made their point.
Yeah.
Elder Ing does not think there could be any justified reason to go around ripping their heads off. Okay. So we want to visit the crime scene, Tong's Sensory Carnival.
We want to talk to the civilians, yeah.
Oh, well, they're all civilians, I think. Okay. Let's poke around then. Which of these shops is the one where the murder happened? Just random other people wandering around. I wonder if any of these people witnessed what happened. Well, I can't actually talk to whoever that is.
Does left alt reveal to us the
Not
stuff
in
we
this
can
case.
talk to?
Not at the moment. You probably will when there is someone we can talk to. Well, they did say visit Tong's Sensory Carnival first, so possibly we won't actually be able to talk to anyone else until we've visited the crime scene.
Fair enough.
Let's go looking for it.
No one's been killed here, I guess.
There's a map in this game, technically. Wait, no, there isn't. You just zoom out. Well, the objective marker is where we came in at the escalators.
I do recall that the place where Tong has died is up on the main street.
Oh, okay. Oh, I guess this is Whampoa HQ, and he wasn't killed here. Well, good for that's probably a good thing. They may still have one safe place. That is Tong's Sensory Carnival, the place which all these mourners are gathered outside of. Fair enough.
Hey, Porter.
Better name than Strangler. Brace yourself and go on in. We got any rookie cops with us to puke?
Yes, but I don't think he'll puke.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a lot of blood.
That is nasty.
Too much blood.
It's
more blood
almost an
than there should be.
infeasible amount, yeah. The cloying scent of incense hangs thick and pungent in the air, but does nothing to cover up the reek of death and clotted blood.
I appreciate the B-grade slasher sim comparison.
Yeah, it's something about this actually makes sense.
It's on the walls and the ceiling too. Like it should. That's way too much just on the floor. Like we should be looking for 2 more bodies.
Something about this does seem to feels like it does make sense, right? Like the Whampoa are obviously tech people who call themselves, resplendent spike of lan or whatever, and they don't like blood and gore. But somehow it makes a counterpoint to them. I'm sure someone around here knows more about what's going on than we've been told. Okay, so this guy has absolutely been torn to pieces, which is horrible. Flayed, held in a semblance of human form by the hair-thin fiber optics of his cyberware. Maybe we should have come here earlier. Could have saved some people. Probably not. That's probably not how the game works.
You think they're going to redo these art assets?
Maybe not with this game's budget. Did a werewolf do this?
Raptor can... I mean, we can also do it. I don't think I've ever seen the Raptor.
Yeah, we do have less spellcasting than we used to. Maybe it's still enough. Let's look at this with the wizard eyes. What do our elf eyes see? No emotions of fear or anger pervade the room.
It's a post-mortem butchering. Anyone who knows murder mysteries knows that when you get gore like this, they did it after the kill.
Well, that's probably a good thing for Tong.
Yeah, it's a good thing, yeah, for everyone involved, especially the other 2 people that had the blood that were required for this butchery. Because there's just this giant pool to the north of the body.
Yeah, I wonder whether... So someone's trying to create an impression, right? Like whoever's killing the Whampoa Elder doesn't just want them dead. They want to make it seem very alarming. Why, though? Neck severed between the 5th and 6th cervical vertebrae. What is... Okay, killed with a blow to the back of the neck. Everything else was subsequent damage. Fair enough. But why? What's this on the wall? Doesn't say Reish, does it? The blood has been deliberately smeared. Maybe whoever did this just really likes blood.
Duncan knows a lot about splatter theory.
Yeah. He's like Sherlock Holmes in that respect.
Man, you don't see normal blood. Like, normal blood doesn't look like anything.
It doesn't usually turn up on walls, despite what Duncan's claiming here. Crisis wave.
Okay.
Is there a relevant advances to the art theory? It's okay. She fundamentally doesn't respect these people, alright.
I don't think she does. Yeah.
Well, as long as she doesn't respect the killer either. Killer or killers. It's interesting that someone could kind of knock this guy out, carefully and slowly butcher him, spread blood and guts everywhere, etc., and nobody noticed any of it happening.
So, I guess our theory is that someone just, like, really, like, specifically and skillfully hit him between the 5th and 6th vertebrae, like, paralyzed him, knocked him down, and then just butchered him like an animal.
Yes,
right?
it's the
and
butchering,
then pretended it was a crime of passion.
Not very convincing pretense, and also that butchering, and they've like searched his apartment and things and done all this stuff, and this happened while someone else had popped out to grab noodles for him. It's the speed of it which is mysterious. A Yamaha 95,000V SimSynth. Oh, this is a computer, all right. What do you know about it? Is there a bell? Okay. She's put the drive warning on suspend. Nice.
Hey, we didn't have to go into the Matrix.
Yeah, thank goodness. Cooking some BTL. This is a pretty good techno babble.
I love Cal Hots.
Yeah.
They're my favorite hot sauce.
This actually really creates the it's good writing. It really gives you the impression that you have no idea what the hell she's talking about.
Yeah.
Israel confirms that in fact she just doesn't like these people. But if he was cooking chips at Delta 12, what?
No, I mean Delta 10 is something, but Delta 12, well, you can only do that for guys like the Mafia.
Okay, I think what I'm getting here from this description is that Tong, who made SimSense chips for people to do VR with, made ones that were too powerful, dangerous, and could have hurt people. Would have hurt people. And Isabel suspects a motive in that. That just seems like something the Wampoa would do, though.
Oh, he's got such a good bathroom.
It's immaculate. And the drains are tiny, which isn't actually all that good, but...
Well, it means that, like, no matter has gone through them, right?
Yes. Okay, well, we've run out of things to look at here. Oh, we have learned that this whole thing is kind of weird. But obviously the guy really has been killed. There's no faking of that part.
I think we should talk to Porter Lamb again.
Yeah, see if he is willing to elucidate now. Ip had a key. Things have been stolen. What is Porter? He's a sheriff. Okay, he's a sheriff and
fixer.
Yeah. He's a fixer, but the Wampo don't like to have fixers because fixers are a different faction. Here's someone on the same...
This person seems like he's seen the door, right? Like he has a... if he was standing here, yeah.
Zippy toe tag.
That's a name.
Okay, Zippy is willing to volunteer his help, which is only like 5% suspicious. Like, it's basically convincing that everyone would want to stop the killings.
Yeah.
You're my replacement. Ah, okay. So this is a guy who they asked to look into... Well, so he says. He was asked to look into this, but he couldn't because it was too hard.
Oh, okay. You can't really do the organ joke like that. Like we were having a good talk, and then you just said, "I wear my heart on my sleeve, and it belongs to a 12-year-old girl."
It's not that good. Yeah, I'm not paying that one. So he's not a comedian. He's not he's not a coroner. But he is he is a coroner, I guess. What the hell?
You know, I bet a trained surgeon knows where to stab somebody in the vertebrae.
Yes. Should probably ask him more questions. And he's a dagger,
Yeah.
but that's probably quite common around here. Other than these killings, we don't have much by way of problems.
Well, other than the play.
This is Lincoln, yeah. The chip truth. This guy is talking my ear off. Like, he really... I don't know, I'm a little bit suspicious of him just because he's so interested in being involved here, despite claiming to not want to be involved. The elders, his thoughts on them. Zippy says, is there shaman? Ip can fight. Tang. Oh, we already knew he lives into drones on a spiritual level.
Let's see here. The Blessed Autofab. Maybe we want to go there.
Yeah, the elders are interesting enough characters that if I was looking for someone who had a grudge against 4 of them and weird capabilities and interests, I would probably look among the remaining 3 first of all. I think they've got to be our primary suspects.
Yeah.
Tong, who is dead. Gan, who was a dead statistician. Nakamura, some kind of ad person. Magpie. Yeah, hang on. Magpie.
Yeah.
Just up and disappeared a month ago. Nobody's mentioned this?
Excuse me? Alright, fine. Yeah. Alright, cool.
And Izirabel's never heard of her. I wonder if Zippy's even telling us the truth here. I better ask other people about
Well, I don't... It feels like inventing a person out of whole cloth is something that would be easily unveiled.
It absolutely would, yes. We should check, but yeah.
We should walk back to the elders and ask them about Magpie immediately.
We replaced Elder Gao, who was very dead. But I mean, of old age, not because of the murders. Okay, so the elders aren't eld. Although this particular one actually was quite old. The Kingdom of Hawaii is back. It seems mighty suspicious to me. Yeah, me too. Okay, Zippy's got a point here.
Yep, a second option. No.
The elders have a spare key.
All right.
Yeah.
Wait, why did they... Alright, sure. I guess I have a spare key to everywhere.
Huh. Okay, so she was like a contrarian who was like not interested in the Wampoa community vision. Alright.
She wasn't a fan of the brand.
Yeah. It sounds like it's not at all clear to me who was in the right there. It doesn't matter.
Why does this guy know so much?
Yeah, I know. He's still a little suspicious himself. He's like a surgeon Decker.
Like that was just one of his dialogue trees. We can now talk about his expertise on the next strike.
Yeah. Maybe because it's a convenient way to provide information to us for the mission without having too many characters or locations. But yeah, let's not be overly cynical about this. I instruct myself. So Ip would have the key to Maggie's home. Interesting, Zippy claims to be like probably the second best Decker the Wampoa have left, as well as a surgeon.
Yeah, so why isn't he an elder?
Yeah, I wonder. Also, he was not fussed by, like... I guess maybe he didn't know about the gruesome dismemberments? Because, like, hearing, oh, this guy was attacked with a knife has upset him.
I'm glad you don't like it.
Yeah.
pretty gruesome.
Hang on, he did know
Slow
about all
slow
this
down.
stuff.
Let me read.
Okay, sorry. Nakamura had his throat ripped out with some... What? Humanoid jaw?
First, I thought a devil rat. I'm always thinking it's a devil rat.
It's always the way. Yeah, I can see why they didn't get this guy to investigate in the end. He doesn't seem very detail-oriented for all his interests.
Well, it seems like he was intentionally kept away from the crime scene for a couple of these.
And
also, maybe he is being less forthcoming than he intends.
There ain't no justice, let me tell ya.
Well, see you later, Zippy.
Yeah.
Let's go talk to the elders.
Yep. Just run back and forth here. There's other places to poke around, but Maggie seems like an extremely fruitful avenue of investigation.
At the very least, we need to get the key to her place.
Yeah, I see. And also, there's other people to talk to in here as well now. As well as outside, possibly. Min Vuong. I know a guy called Vuong. Patton, though, rather than Min. Min Vuong Matrix Materials, aka MVM. What the hell? It's a shopkeeper. Huh, okay.
Oh, he's just this guy. Alright.
Yeah, not super interested in that right now.
No.
Food court. Actually, it's more of a convenience store than a food court. Okay, the elders. Let's hope that they don't, get mad at us for bringing up Maggie, but it seems like an obvious question to raise.
Oh, it does.
Why would we have brought her up? Says Elder in a profoundly indifferent tone. Are you an idiot? What? Wow.
Pattern recognition.
No wonder somebody managed to kill 4 of these 7 people. Holy shit. Meanwhile, he's like, oh yeah, we'd be happy to put her to work again. Yeah, I'm not even going to berate them here. I think maybe these guys are not going to be super helpful. They need our help rather than the other way around.
I think maybe Azurabel was right not to hang out with these people anymore.
Yeah, they're all weirdos.
Thankfully, we have Charisma 4.
Yes, gotta pick up some more of that at some point or we'll fall behind on it. Don't shut the servers off or break anything.
The Jack Point. Her shop is called the Jack Point.
Oh god, we're gonna go into the Matrix. I should have known on this mission, of course we are.
That's why we brought Azurabel.
Yeah. Well, no, it's not the primary reason.
We can now talk to,
Yeah,
these
this
idiots.
is Rainbow. Some kind of time zone. Do you have time zone in America?
Do I have... Yes, we have time zones in America. What?
Or possibly not anymore. No, I mean time zone. Okay, time zone is or possibly was a franchise here of arcades.
No, we do not have an arcade franchise called Time Zone. We do not have that.
Yeah, it used to be so universal that it was like people would say time zone rather than arcade, basically. Which is why it jumped to mind. Not that I've actually been to one in about 25 years. We have personal computers now. Anyway, Rainbow has rainbow-coloured hair, fair enough, and a large shotgun. Also, she's either Irish or from Tir Na Nog.
Are we really going to give her shit about her hair now? Alright,
No.
Tank Warrior Opa.
Oop. Definitely from some kind of European country. She's got figures of speech. Well, a mite touched. That's not how you spell it. Anyway, yes, tell me about murder.
She feels like an American who is trying to be Irish.
But that's who she's written by.
Yeah.
Let's see where the character's from, though. Ah, yep, Dublin.
Yeah, sure.
I'm visiting Dublin in April. I'll report back on whether anyone sounds like this there. Budding new species like the boogies and centaurs. Yeah, that would be a funny thing for rangers to deal with.
Dublin's probably a bit too built up to actually have rangers.
It's actually
I guess not in...
Yeah,
is
possibly not in Shadowrun, but actually the real life version It's actually a very small city compared to, like, you've been to large cities. Dublin is historic, it's ancient, it's got some built-up infrastructure, but physically it's not large, like the city limits don't go very far out. That's a claim to know about demon horses. We've got the academic etiquette.
Well, it only eats horses, that's fine.
Yeah.
I've got no problem with that.
Cannibal horses, yeah. Probably what she actually means is they eat human beings. Or humanoid beings.
Yeah, probably.
Paracritters. She's got that thing that my character in the Shadowrun game we actually played in had. Goblin thing, whatever it is. Stop magic from working. Forget what it's called. Very inconvenient though, but funny.
Liam McConnor.
Fancy talk about elves and ancient magic. It was a bit scandalous to have a woman guarding ancient... killing magic around her.
So, speaking of franchises, Tir na Nog in America is a franchise of Irish restaurants.
Is it? I wonder, did that predate Shadowrun the game?
Probably so. Well, maybe not.
Of course, they're both
probably
the same mythology.
If I had to guess, it came over in the 90s. I don't think it had anything to do with the Shadowrun game. It just, there was a lot of capital being thrown around then, and New York was getting redeveloped, and Irish bars and Irish restaurants were becoming a thing.
And they still are.
Yes, they are.
The bad old days of the Troubles, which were like 100 years ago at this point.
Jesus Christ. Talking about the Troubles in Hong Kong.
Yeah, well, this game predates current geopolitics.
Yeah, but like even in this game's future, like the Troubles are like, do they really think that Catholics and the Protestants are going at it?
No, I don't. Look at this dialogue choice.
There are goblins back.
Why am I required to call this random person a terrorist? Like, that's the
happy about it.
Only actual game action we can take at this point, right?
I think so.
Okay.
This is a lot of dialogue for a character that hasn't actually done anything or offered any interesting, plot stuff for this mission.
This game has some interesting stuff. Has some stuff like that. I feel like they had a too high a writing budget compared to the rest of the game. Like, they just have too much writing.
No, I just think they don't have editors.
Yeah.
Like, if you let I'm a writer. If you let a writer go, a writer will go. And the thing about this kind of game is that
it's just too much of it.
Yeah, like the thing about this kind of game is that if you're just writing, it's just text. It's not like it's causing you file space or anything.
The thing is, this kind of thing would be great as texture in like an open world role playing game, like in a big immersive thing. It's when it's someone who accosts you on the street and starts talking about like, oh, my name is Bomb and I once killed a child, right? Oh, remember that guy?
Stephen Dynamite.
Yeah. Oh, I killed a whole village or something like that. And or this woman who's like, yes, I'm actually 60 or something, but you can't tell. And here's some stuff about Ireland. It's just unrelated to the thing we're doing.
The game does seem to have some things it wants to say about terrorism.
Yeah.
Namely that it's bad.
It's pro-terrorism, basically. Fine, I guess. I'm not going to insult anybody's way of life.
I don't think our dialogue options have been particularly pro-terrorism. I think we have been forced to be very dubious about it.
Yeah, I'm going to keep on talking to this woman because more dialogue options keep turning up. And now she's a big game hunter. Doesn't just run a times and no.
Are you? Is she? Doesn't she run an arcade? How are you a big or whatever?
This actually seems potentially relevant. Like, we're looking for some. Well, no, hang on. We're looking for someone who's pretending to be some kind of huge monster.
Yes. Jakarta.
Leyak or Penagalands.
Alright, so we are just like speedrunning through the lore of all of the monsters that we could be fighting.
Just making up some good, just like recounting some cool Shadowrun setting stuff. The story, like, also the characters you meet in bars were like, oh yeah, I could have joined your party as a mercenary, and here's my backstory. I do actually quite like them. Like, it's kind of fun stuff,
Yeah.
but it's not, as you say, an editor would probably have improved things a lot. What's the best place in East Asia to find some action?
East Asia is a large place.
It is very large. Maybe it's smaller in Shadowrun. Things may have happened to parts of it. So Rat King. Okay.
A rat king is a rat whose tails have all been tied together. God damn it.
It's not actually magical, but still probably would be fun to use a shotgun on one.
Alright. Link walk.
Okay, I'm actually not going to ask her about her tailor shop. I think I've reached a limit of things that don't relate to murders right now. Okay, last gen line.
And these are all below our level.
Yep.
Alright, actually, go through her dialogue. We're not going to buy anything from her. Let's at least.
Okay.
At least see what she has to say.
There's a mistaken impression that we Wampoans are only interested in technology and the Matrix.
Not anymore. Not anymore.
They're interested in all sorts of things. Amateur surgeons.
Material science.
From Ireland. Yeah. Fiber related. Yes. Okay. Aramid delight.
Alright, we're good.
Okay. That's actually not particularly extensive. Alright, well, let's go look for Maggie's shop, shall we? How are we doing on time?
Let's cut this episode here.